Hello everyone, welcome back to CloudOps Craft. Today we are starting our Linux journey. Let me ask you a question. When you hear the word Linux, what comes to your mind? For some, it's that black scary terminal window with the green text. For others, it's what hackers use in movies. But here's the reality: Linux is the backbone of modern internet. Whether you are watching Netflix, searching on Google, or paying on PayPal, chances are Linux is running behind the scene. In this video, I'll answer two big questions. What exactly is Linux? Why it is absolutely mandatory for DevOps engineers to know it. So stick with me because by end of this video, Linux will go from being a mystery to a powerful tool you are excited to learn. Let's start with what is Linux. Okay, Linux is a operating system. Linux is an operating system. Just like Windows or Mac OS. But here is the twist: Linux is free, open source, and powers almost everything except your typical desktop PC. Now, when we say Linux, we are actually talking about Linux kernel. Okay, that's the brain, the core engine that talks to your computer hardware. uh, like but nobody uses just the kernel alone, right? So developers take the kernel, add software and utilities, and package it into something we call Linux distribution. Think of it this way: imagine you have a car engine. That's the kernel. You can't drive just an engine, right? You need wheels, seats, a dashboard, maybe air conditioning. Those extra things are what distributions provide. So Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Red Hat, all of these are distributions built on same Linux kernel, just like different car brands built around the same engine. Okay. While coming to real world examples of Linux. Okay. While coming to real world examples of Linux, now let's talk about where you see Linux in the real world. Okay. First is Android phone. Do you think in Android phone, we are using Linux? Any idea? If you have any idea, just mute you or pause the video and let me know in the comment section. Yes, that's the Linux. An Android operating system is built on the top of the Linux kernel. So if you own an Android phone, congratulations, you are already using Linux every day. Second is smart TVs and routers. Do you think it uses Linux? Yes, obviously. Servers that runs the internet, almost all of them run Linux only. In fact, estimates say over 90% of cloud servers use Linux. So every time you stream on Netflix, upload a video to YouTube, or check your Instagram feed, Linux servers are working in the background. Here is another fun fact: the world's fastest supercomputer from NASA to weather forecasting machines all run Linux. Why? Because it is stable, customizable, and free. So Linux is not some side OS. Okay, it's an operating system of the cloud, the internet, and DevOps. Now come to the question: why DevOps engineer must learn Linux? Now let's bring the is closer to DevOps. Why is Linux a must have skill? The main reason is first main reason. Okay, why DevOps engineers need to know. First reason is cloud runs on Linux. Okay, AWS, Azure, GCP, their virtual machines are mostly Linux by default. If you launch an EC2 instance in AWS, the most common choice is Ubuntu or Amazon Linux. Second reason is containers run Linux. Runs Linux. Docker, Kubernetes, the art of modern DevOps, uses Linux as their foundation. When you run a container, it's actually sharing the Linux kernel. Okay. And the third reason is DevOps tools likes Linux. Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform, Prometheus all designed to run smoothly on Linux. Yeah, sure. You can run some of them on Windows also, but in real world companies, the servers are Linux based. Okay. Another reason is debugging and troubleshooting. Okay. Imagine you are a DevOps engineer and a production app is failing. You log into the server. What do you see? A Linux shell. You need to navigate directories, check logs, monitor processes, all using Linux commands. Okay. For example, in real world, a Kubernetes pod is crashing. You need to check logs inside it. This means you are inside a Linux shell running commands like ls, cat, and tail. Okay, if you don't know Linux, you are stuck. So Linux is not just another skill; it's the foundation of DevOps. Okay, now let's discuss about Linux distributions. Let's quickly compare the major distributions you will come across as a DevOps engineer. First is Ubuntu. Most popular, very user friendly, great for beginners. You will see this a lot in the cloud world. AWS and Azure have ready made Ubuntu images. Second is CentOS. CentOS and Red Hat. RHEL stands for Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, these are most enterprises focused. Big corporations love RHEL because it comes with official support. CentOS was the free version. Now it is replaced by CentOS Stream. Okay, and the third one is Debian. Debian is lightweight, community driven, very stable. Ubuntu itself built on Debian. So if you're just starting out in DevOps, I strongly recommend you begin with Ubuntu. It's the most common in tutorials, labs, and cloud environments. Okay, so to wrap this up, Linux is not optional for DevOps; it's essential. So if you want to become a DevOps engineer, you must need to master Linux. It powers 90% of the cloud, all containers, and most DevOps tools. Whether you use Ubuntu, CentOS, or Debian, at the core, it's all the same Linux engine. Okay, so this is all about this video. If you like this breakdown, subscribe to CloudOps Craft. We will simplify cloud and DevOps concepts every week. Thank you.